Alright, babies, another day, another movie. Let's talk about The Lost City. It's a totally acceptable movie for wine moms. Is that fair, Jimmy? Is that fair to say? Yeah, I don't know why I want to say that, but for some reason I keep coming back to it. This movie just feels like it was made for a tired mom who's finally got the kids home from soccer practice. She's on her second glass of Chardonnay and wants to escape by watching beautiful people being mildly witty on a romantic adventure. And you know what? That's totally acceptable. This movie is totally acceptable. Totally watchable, mostly unremarkable. So why am I talking about it months after release? Well, for one thing, the keen observer will note that I tend to make videos on just about anything movie-wise. It mostly depends on what I watched the night before. And for another, even though this movie is somewhat unremarkable in a vacuum, it is interestingly emblematic of a style of movie that I feel like is almost extinct, but used to rule the theaters. I'll get to that in a mo. For now, my honey sweetie babies, let's talk about the plot. The story is that Sandra Bullock, who is 56 in this movie, goddamn girl, that plastic surgery's holding up good, plays a best-selling author of Indiana Jones-style romance novels, which star a lady and a duder, with Channing Tatum as the cover model. But oh my, one of her stories gets the attention of Rich Villain Man, played by Daniel Radcliffe. He kidnaps Sandra Bullock to help him... Bullock? To help him locate some MacGuffin artifact, and it's up to the handsome and witless Channing Tatum to save the day. With a little help from Brad Pitt, who's actually the only reason I watched this movie in the first place. But shh, don't tell Sandra that. It's your standard Hollywood romance adventure, with quote-unquote witty dialogue, a little bit of danger, and gorgeous people in gorgeous locations. Like I said, sounds pretty standard, right? Well, not as much as you would think, and that brings me neatly into my next point. I feel like this type of movie is emblematic of a trend we don't see much anymore. The whole rip-snorting adventure with big stars and beautiful places that don't star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Fuck Jungle Cruise, by the way. That movie is unwatchable. Anyway, these movies used to dominate the theaters from the inception of Indiana Jones all the way into the 90s and 2000s, where movies like The Mummy were king. Not that one, this one. Did anyone even see that schlock? Anyway, God, I'm so distracted today. Before the proliferation of superheroes, you'd get a lot of movies like this, and I miss it. I don't know if it's just like nostalgia talking, but there was something so endearing about The Lost City, even though it wasn't even that great on its own terms. It's a formulaic story and script, a lot of the humor falls flat, but it's not based on anything. It's a script that people wrote from their own imaginations. It has nice locations and fun performances. It just feels like a throwback, and that won me over more than it probably should have. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. But I really enjoyed how much it felt like a movie straight out of the 90s. Yep. It's just a solid adventure movie, like our ancestors made in times of yore. It has fun performances by the supporting cast, especially by Daniel Radcliffe as a total cartoon villain, and Brad Pitt as handsome movie god. Seriously though, how is he getting more good looking? Still, the dude is almost 60, it's bananas. The humor is hit or miss. It might work for you, especially if you're a wine mom, but I found a lot of the exchanges to feel like bad improv that went on too long. I mean, okay, look at the package here, and you know exactly what you're gonna get. I definitely like it more for what it represents than what it is, and I wish we had more movies like it. I want more big adventure movies that aren't superhero movies. Oh, you are just taking the piss now. I'm gonna dock your salary, man. Take that shit off the screen. That's better. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? That's The Lost City. See it if you want. It doesn't really matter either way. It's come and gone like a wistful wind of glories past. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more daily-ish inconsequential jammo nonsense. And get out of my theater. I'm gonna show the crew Romancing the Stone. Classic. Peace, love, and I'll see y'all in the next one.